I've directed a documentary entitled The Bowcat Pussymentary.
Jeez!
Okay, so
So here's the thing. So let me just stop you there. So when I was speaking earlier in today's show, I don't know how to introduce your show, because I don't know what I can and what I can't say before Watershed. So I've just left it to you. So I don't want to get in trouble. So management, if you are listening, right, I'm not saying any of these questionable words.
you know what? I'm with you here.
Okay, good.
Because even in house, he's called it that. The meow-mentary, and I call it a documentary.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So, but in truth,
I think the correct term is mockumentary. We're going to go with mockumentary.
yeah. So
But it just made sense to call it
the word meow-mentary.
meow-mentary.
For those who weren't wondering what all these sound effects are for, if you go into Instagram, look on Top FM or my own Lukan Online, go into the most recent post and you'll see what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so my name is Peaches, as I said, and I am I've been one of the producers on this beautiful project, which has been absolutely hilarious. An actor on the project as well. And other than that, I'm also one of the co-founders of Womanhood Academy. And the reason why I even wanted to do this and be a part of it is for the sheer fact of it's about engaging with, for me, engaging with young people and older people, but in a more humorous way about topics that I think people need to be discussing.
You think this is a topic people need to discuss?
Well, sex is a topic that people
Definitely.
in the UK need to be discussing,
Definitely.
Okay, right.
Yeah, I do.
Why do you think this is a topic people need to discuss out in the open on YouTube on whatever platform rather than in the comfort of their own WhatsApp group?
So in the comfort of their own WhatsApp group. Well, for a start, in the WhatsApp group, if you're in the ones that we used to be in, just things get overlooked.
Okay.
Right. But no, on a level, for us, it was, well, as time's gone on, it's not just talking about sex. It's also discussing things like relationships. It's also looking at male, females. It's looking at all sorts, and even health concerns.
Yeah, definitely health concerns.
That needs
It's
to come
looking
into
at,
That's questionable.
That's
questionable.
it's looking at peer pressure. It is also looking at how we deal with selfishness in relationships.
That could be argued.
Yeah, and just where it actually came from, where the word came from, Bowcat.
So I've got my own opinion on where it must have come from, because logically it means two things. But where did it come from then?
Well, it came from Jamaica.
Yeah, I know, but what's the
Cunnilingus.
Yeah, so it comes from Jamaica. I think most people would assume that, but what does it mean? It means what people, because when you're saying that, I'm thinking that maybe it's got a different meaning to what people assume.
All right, we explain it in depth in the documentary in a funny way, but essentially, bow is the act of eating.
It's giving oral sex.
Vegeta.
Okay. So,
and cat is having an addiction, an aggressive addiction to something.
okay, right. So that's not what I thought it meant. So I thought the cat was the meow, whatever, and the bowing was the bending over to meow. Right. So that was my.
Okay, I hear that, and I see where you got.
That was my logical thought.
This is why you need to come and watch the documentary.
I don't know if I do.
So it was over a course. We've done this for how long now?
It's been a course of a few years, to be honest, and we had so much footage that we had to kind of sieve through.
So you planned this years ago?
Yeah.
We planned this years ago. It came from a sketch, to be honest.
Okay, because one of the trailers, and I saw you with a group of guys, and I'm thinking, I swear that's when we were at the villa.
Yeah. In Jamaica.
It was
Yeah.
that.
Jamaica.
So
that's years ago.
2015.
So here's the thing. We didn't actually start yet.
Right.
It was a plan in motion.
But collating footage.
But yeah, like the plan was already there. So when we went to Jamaica, we already knew we had to exploit that situation.
Okay.
You know when your friend is actually talking about... So when we went to Jamaica, I went with my camera.
Yes.
I wasn't going for no reason other than to go and have some fun and catch what I catch.
Yes.
However, this brain child here came over and goes, P, can I borrow your camera? I'm like, what for? And he starts telling me more about this documentary.
Okay.
So I was like, in Jamaica.
So did you not know about this documentary before?
He spoke
No,
about
she-
it.
she never.
He spoke about it, but
Okay.
when, like, you know, when your friend just has all
Yeah.
much thoughts, she just goes over your head.
Yeah, yeah.
But then when I was in Jamaica, I understood it. I understood it, and I thought that's just gold.
Yeah,
Asking
yeah.
Jamaicans,
Yeah.
would you?
Yeah. What was the feedback from? Okay, so I think we're skipping ahead a little bit. So
I'm
let's-
giving them too much. I'm
so-
excited.
So let's go back. So you. Jesus Christ. There's a difficulty with having a show at this time. I can't really
It's
speak
very
the
true,
way
I
I
know.
want to speak. So I remember I had this porn star come in once because she launched herself a solo career as a singer.
Okay.
I couldn't ask her the questions I wanted to ask her
And
because
we know
it's like,
about you.
right? So I couldn't ask her what I wanted to ask her. So now I'm kind of frustrated that I can't speak the
'Cause you're
as freely as I
restricted.
want to, right? And I don't know how much I can and can't say. But anyway,
That's why I decided to come down, because I knew you were going to be restricted.
what? So you're not? So you're not? Yeah, yeah.
I'm joking.
No, do your thing because you know what? I'm not responsible for what you say. like,
No. And just for everybody to know, Lukan, brother from another, got mad love for him and a very talented individual he is. Somebody
Sometimes.
pay him.
Yeah, someone pay me big bucks, please. Big bucks. Okay, right. So we got the documentary. So it's been a working that you've been something you've been working towards for a few years. That now I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Where did the idea come from initially?
The idea came from I personally feel like it was a subject people did not really want to talk about, but it was.
But you did
It's
because
on the tip of people's
Tell them
tongue.
why you
All right,
did.
so I.
What did she say to you that made you make it?
It's a personal experience. So the sketch that played out in this actual documentary, it is something that actually happened and experienced in my younger years.
Okay.
Yeah, and without giving too much away, it was a situation where, as guys, we'd share things we're smoking, and things would get passed around.
Women do as well. We share too.
That's true. It came to our attention from the girl whose house we was in that one of our friends was deep into that stuff when it was our code not to kind of do it. Yeah, but
How old were you lot then, by the way?
we were, I would
So people
say,
can get an understanding.
yeah, probably about 19, to be
Okay.
honest.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
about 19.
Right. So you
Yeah,
lot are
so,
smoking, passing around your little thing.
Yeah,
You find out that one that you pass around, everyone's so lips are touching.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was a very deep thing at the time, simply because he had just literally done it a few hours.
Okay.
Do you know what?
before.
He needs to, Nathan needs to be honest. He
It was
traum-
Nathan. It was Nathan, innit? It was
he-
Nathan.
No, come on now.
Nathan.
Come on.
Nathan.
Oh, I
mate.
never said that. I never said that.
Man, herpes up the Rizzler. Why are you
Come
doing
on
that?
now. Come
Nathan
on.
just needs to
come
be
on.
honest. Nathan was traumatized by this experience.
Okay.
So when he told me the story, he told me about this. And remember, he's big old man now, got grey hairs and all sorts. So the fact that he's even come back to talk about this experience, yeah, or what happened, I'm like, man's traumatized. Get a grip,
No,
man.
you know, it wasn't even
I wasn't
that wasn't the traumatization.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, but we're not going to discuss that.
okay.
Is it in the documentary?
No,
Okay.
it's
No
is
point
it?
looking at me.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
So the only thing I could find that would make it even more traumatic for someone would be the fact that someone had to go to the GP
Yeah,
and
and
check their lip.
No. What it was, all right, I'll give you a little snippet.
Share it to the world.
What it was, I was in a room at a party. Yeah. 2 people thought I was sleeping. Yeah, but I wasn't sleeping. And they kind of acted out this McDonald's thing.
McDonald's.
Yeah. So it was to do with milkshake and burgers. Yeah, there was a lot of slurping going on, which
Was there straws involved?
there was a whole lot of stuff involved, which just blew
And you
my
were there,
mind.
and they thought, oh, he's asleep. Let's just get
Yeah.
on with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's
what kind of
done it.
party is this?
Was Nathan's
My kind of party.
Crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay, right. So I don't want to know any more about this McDonald's actions, but okay. So that traumatic experience led you to think, you know what, I'm going to make a documentary?
No. It never. To be honest with you, it was all in jest. I was speaking to
A creative.
another creative at the time, and we were looking to do something funny, like funny sketches and stuff.
Okay.
And to me,
Yeah.
that instantly just
Came to the
jumped at
forefront.
me.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Okay, cool. Okay, right. So you created this document. So it's a documentary about, let's say, cunnilingus.
Yep.
We'll stick with that one. Okay, right. So how did you go about getting people involved in this documentary? Because it's not something that everyone wants to speak
Right,
about.
it's definitely not. But
Oh,
I would say the
That's where
sketch.
people like myself came in.
Oh yeah,
Right.
we know Peaches. You be up there like.
No.
Front of the
It
queue.
came in different phases, didn't it?
Yeah, so with the sketch was so good. I don't think no one expected the sketch to be
Yeah, but
so well done.
The sketch came after.
It came after Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when the sketch was done, we showed a few people, and people just started talking. It was just a hot topic,
Right.
and we just thought we have to capture this, delve a little deeper, and we must have caught maybe 2 or 3 more interviews and thought, you know what, we're going to turn this into a documentary, look into it a bit more, look at the health risks, plan this out properly, and make it work.
So it started off as supposed to be a sketch, but then it turned
was
into a
just supposed-
documentary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Organically.
Organically.
Yeah.
So it was almost like continued work in progress. It was just budding. Yeah. I mean, before when we were in Jamaica, we didn't do the sketch as he explained. So what happened was we saw the power of when walking around with the iPad and showing the sketch to people.
Yeah.
And the sketch is really short.
Okay.
But when you see the sketch and people's reaction to the sketch, it takes it to another frequency.
Okay.
You know, but then there was other alternatives. Like we went on the road. We was just doing like seeing a group of people, having a chat, asking them, do they mind to be on camera? You know, all of that kind of stuff. And people, you could tell, like, what was really surprised is I'll never forget it. We were in Camden, and imagine most of us, in fact, all of us were black, doing this project. And this guy somewhere, the Mediterranean somewhere, and he turned around and goes, I don't understand. What is wrong with black people and this topic? Yeah, why is it so taboo? Yeah, and it was kind of bizarre because it was like, well, why is it so? I just look at Nathan every time because Nathan, I just he's missing out.
But wow. She said missing out.
You got it.
Anyway.
All right, cool. The little digs here and there.
Nathan, don't worry, I'm with you. Don't worry.
Don't you, Lukan?
No, I'm not.
You don't. You're not down for cunnilingus.
No, I can't do it. I can't.
Do you know how much men?
I don't see nothing wrong with it though.
Okay, but there's a lot of men who say that they don't, and this was really clear.
Yeah. I believe that. I believe
yeah.
that.
Definitely.
Lots of
definitely.
men that say that they don't,
Yeah.
but they really do.
I mean, so I don't. So, and it's
And,
really
and they're
funny.
contradicted on there as well. You'll see.
I can imagine that that's the case, but I don't. So it's funny because I don't actually see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Same. I
can't.
would say the same.
Oh, what's wrong? You don't like fish?
Not. Yeah, but it's gonna be cooked. Like put in a pan. Like put in a pan.
You don't do
and
sushi.
I don't do. I'm never eating.
I don't do
I refuse.
sushi either.
Yeah, I'm not doing. I refuse. No.
And
No.
by all means, with the title, people would think this is a one-sided document,
Yeah, it
like
really
we're
isn't.
taking digs
Yeah.
at what's the word? Cunnilingus, but we're actually it's quite a biased and educating documentary. If you look past the comedy element of what we've done.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I was going to say before you actually touched on it, because I was going to say, did you interview different types of people? Because I can imagine if you had groups of white people, it would be completely different.
We had groups of
Yeah.
white people, black people, Turkish people. It is properly diverse.
Okay,
Yeah,
alright.
that's the fairness.
Yeah.
Definitely
And a
diverse.
variety of ages.
Yeah.
And I'd say that the younger people actually handled the topic a lot better than some of the older lot.
Ignorant.
No,
Yes,
no.
there was ignorance. We're not gonna. There definitely was ignorance.
I think that the young people were more, I do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have put that down to ignorance. They were very open. Whereas
No, I mean the older people.
No, we're saying the older people.
Oh, they were definitely ignorant. Yeah, definitely.
That's
in
not.
my head. Or Rastafari, like,
That is
imagine?
not saying though that the younger people weren't. There were a lot of young ignorant people still.
But
It's
they were-
still.
the younger people were more receptive with the conversation. they were engaging in the conversation. Like we spoke to them about relationships, we spoke to them about sex, but there was more. It was just when we spoke to them, they opened up. You know what I mean? And like with the group of girls, I mean, one girl, this was down Brick Lane, after a party out, and one girl turned around and goes, "Oh, my man never." I'm like, I've never had it before. I'm not. And her friend goes, "Are you for real?" You know what I mean? So it was a two-way thing, but it was exploring the topic at hand. Yeah,
I feel like we've caught a lot of creative people as well. There were a lot of musicians, a lot of people who are online personalities. We also had the pleasure of interviewing Judy Love. And also Cat B, the comedian. One of your own DJs as well, Frisky DJ.
Oh, was he on it? Is he?
He's
Frisky.
He's on it. He's classic.
Classic.
I can only imagine. Frisky's a fool, you know. I can only imagine the nonsense he comes out with.
Oh, no. You just need to watch.
I'm going to see him today, actually.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going to see him straight after this.
I can't wait for him to come to the premiere.
When's the premiere? Oh, can we not say on air?
No, we can't.
Okay,
to
fine.
be continued.
Okay, cool. When are we looking to? But do we have a launch date for the documentary?
All right, we're looking into April, early April.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's news to Peaches.
Early April.
Yeah, we're looking.
This guy, you know, this is what I'm talking about. The early April. You know what April is, don't you? It's my birthday month. Like, and it's a month away.
It will be a beautiful birthday present.
Oh my gosh, he doesn't know I'm leaving the country.
Are you really?
No, going in end of April.
How long is this documentary?
This it's just over an hour. It's just over an hour. And we literally worked with so much footage to just get it down to that point.
If he had his way, it would have been as long as the 10 Commandments.
Definitely not. It does, even though it sounds long, it runs
it's the right
quick.
amount of time.
Okay.
It does run really
paced.
quick.
Okay. What was the challenges in getting all these footage together? Like, so obviously you're on the street speaking to random people. Are you targeting people as they come out the pub, so you're a little bit more vulnerable?
No.
Who are you targeting, and how are you choosing who to target?
So for us, it was a variety of ways of how we chose people. So some people could have been people we knew. Some people were people we didn't know. Some people, it could have been when they were on a night out, and some people it was generally in the barber shop, in the hairdressers,
after church,
it was shopping. You know, it was all sorts. So it wasn't any particular. And one thing that we didn't do is we didn't target vulnerable people, because this was something that we did want people to give their honest.
How would you identify a vulnerable person?
When I say vulnerable, I'm talking about, you said party nights, I automatically went to alcohol. Yeah. It wasn't all these.
But that's not vulnerable. That's inhibitions are gone. Let me tell the truth.
Listen, we were in Birmingham, and remember the 2 girls in Birmingham, Nave?
Yes, yeah.
How free were they?
I can imagine they're very free. Shout out to Birmingham girls.
Oh gosh, and they were like, I didn't even think it was a thing. You know what I mean? A big deal.
Yeah.
So on one hand, you got some people who was, you know, just really open. Some people were like a bit weary. But then when you turn around and ask them,
did you take it any further? Like, so you've gone all the way. So picture this. People that start off there but might end up elsewhere. Did this go any further?
You know what? We sprinkled hints, but we didn't really want to go in that direction.
Okay, all right. But I'd imagine it might have cropped up on a couple of conversations.
Yeah, it did.
Man like Nathan's at it again.
Yeah. Your favourite Luke's.
The real envy.
You try and bypass the Vegeta.
Straight to the chocolate.
It's not chocolate, no, man. The Doo-Doo Browns gang.
Oh, mate. Okay, right. So it's coming out. We're hoping to have this out in early April, mid-April.
Yep. Okay, cool. We'll let you know. You guys can subscribe to
badtelly.com.
Badtelly.com.
What is badtelly.com?
Badtelly.com is exactly that. Got great footage. I mean, let's put it like this. It's the brand, of what we've got most of our production on. And you go on there, you can see bits and pieces. But it's, as far as I've got, everybody who's gone on there so far have gone, Peaches, you never told me about that before.
Oh, so it's an actual channel on YouTube called badtelly.com.
Yeah. And you can see some of our other stuff, like Very it's controversial. It's close to the edge.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's about creating not your everyday.
That's good. I
You
like
know.
that.
And also because everybody seems to be following the status quo. We came out of the box. And what's beautiful with this project is we are a bundle of creatives. We didn't plan it to go like it's gone, but this is what it's just grown. And to be honest, it's come out into a magnificent piece of work.
Okay. How's this filmed? Because you're out and about, so and it's I'm assuming it's a little bit random at times. So are you always walking around with cameras and lighting?
Don't tell him.
I can't know. Is there a secret to it?
I'm
Oh,
joking,
okay. Is it like so? How planned? How much is it planned? Or how much is it just like randomly on the spot? Actually, grab the camera. Let's film. Like,
No, it's all planned. We choose days that we're selective days we're going out to film, and we filmed.
Okay.
And some things could have been ad hoc, like maybe one or half a day might have been ad hoc, because like we could have, if I had the camera or whatever, we could turn around and we could be out. If we got the camera, we'd go, yeah, let's film. But it was that wasn't really done as such. It was mostly planned work.
Okay. All right. So and it's been interviews. So is yourself, the two of you doing the interviews, or anyone else?
Yeah, there was another person as well, Teresa Dells. Big up Teresa Dells.
Love her.
We have two of the actors that done some interviewing as well.
You got Yinka.
So yeah, that's Yinka and also Sam.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Is there anyone else?
Interviewing? Nah, that's it in regards of interviewers. Myself, you, Sam, and Yinka.
Okay.
Sisterly love.
So to flip the script on its head, I want to ask you both your opinions on the subject matter.
Okay. After you, Nathan.
Hold on. You know, you got to be involved yourself, my brother.
I was going to say, here's the thing. You see, when you're doing an interview and asking the questions, you were doing the interview and asking the questions.
I hear
Guess
that.
what's happening right now?
That.
I'm doing the interviewing. I'm asking the questions. And
But that's the deal. That's the deal on the table. That's the deal on the table.
There's no deal on the table.
Let's all get involved.
Let's
all get involved.
So Nathan, you know, I was going to come to you last, but actually...
No, I know.
Right?
Stop this. You're like,
So Nathan, let's focus on you.
Let's go.
The real NV, okay? Let's find out how real you are. What is your thoughts on the act of cunnilingus?
My personal thoughts.
Your personal thoughts. And when did you start?
You you know what the thing is? All this is actually in the documentary. I don't want to spoil it. I really don't want to spoil
it. Is it the
it.
documentary?
What, his views?
Yes.
No.
Right. So I ain't stupid, you know.
I tried it, P. What's wrong with you, man? All right. I would say I don't feel like I'm opposed. It's not something I'm opposed to, and I feel like it's something I probably would, if I could, want to actually do in a way, because it's pleasing someone.
Okay.
So.
Oh, so all that stuff you were talking about earlier.
Yeah. No. I mean, and I'm being really honest about after doing the documentary and going through all the footage, I did have a different perspective.
Yeah, you did.
For the to and the fro's.
He really did.
It did enlighten me a lot. I would say I've lived my life where
quite ignorant.
Yeah.
And became open-minded.
Are you answering for me, or what's going on here?
I saw you on the journey. Sorry. I apologize profusely.
So yeah, I would say it is not something I kind of disagree with or anything. I feel like anyone can kind of do what they want to do. With respect to me, I feel like I'd need to really dig deep and be extremely drunk.
When you say dig deep, are you talking about like?
I mean, dig.
Okay, right.
I mean, dig deep. Yeah. The spoiler alert. I mean, dig deep within myself.
Oh, okay, right. I thought you meant
No.
Okay, right, okay.
With respect to who I'm with, and take it into consideration right now.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's not something that there's a lot for me to get over.
What do you need to get over?
What do I need to get
a
over?
bit like what you said.
But don't worry about that. Let's focus on envy. The real envy.
I'll answer those questions. I feel like, to be totally honest with you, I feel like it may be a fear. Yeah, a fear.
Herpes?
I don't actually know what of.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
You
a
don't know what
fear,
it
a fear
tastes like.
of many things. And I need to find what those things are.
You just need to let go.
I haven't found.
Just breathe and let go and enjoy the moment for what it is when you're in that moment.
Yeah, just
with
dive.
that significant other.
Just dive in.
I've heard all those. I'm sure you've heard yourself, Lukan.
I've heard a lot. I've heard a
You've
lot of
heard
things.
many a women tell you different ways in how you should.
Don't brothers talk about this though?
No.
Not really.
Oh, I'm just checking. I'm just checking.
No,
'Cause
actually.
I know you lot talk about sex, but don't you lot talk
No, I
about...
don't even talk about sex.
Oh, no.
I don't think so.
Okay. Lies.
I don't think so. Do you ever talk about sex with your boys?
I have.
About sex.
Occasionally, I think it's cropped up. I don't think anyone. I think women talk about that stuff more than men. Like you know,
What?
big conversations about it.
Nah, not really.
No,
Well,
from
it's
what
not
I
like we
hear-
don't-
It
No.
depends in what circumstance you're in.
Yeah.
I mean, as a man, when you're young and you're just linking girls and you're not in a stable relationship, you tend to more talk about that stuff. But
I don't even think so.
I
Even
don't-
then, like, right, did you do such and such? Yeah. You're the G. All right, continue playing football. Like that's it. Like it's very, very short.
It depends.
no, I don't mean like. Let
But
me
girls have
put a
in-depth
situation.
conversations.
But listen, me and my sistrins, and even the brothers, I have conversations with adults, and we can talk about pretty much anything. And sex, if it comes up, it's not the number one topic to talk about, but we will have a conversation. I'll talk with my brothers all the time. Like, not all the time, but we talk about sex. Do you know what I mean? And it's no big thing. But we're adults, and it's like, it's how we're talking about it. It's like certain people, I mean, we was having a conversation about vibrators before.
All right, let's skip
Hilarious.
because we haven't got much time, and I feel like you're diverting from the question.
Which
I ain't
very-
diverting.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
ready. What's the
Lukan,
question you got for me,
let's
Lukan?
fire.
Peaches,
Yes, my brother.
what's your opinion on the subject of cunnilingus?
What's my opinion? Can you hear this smile, people? Can you hear this? Personally, I'm not a big fan. Like, I think it's all right.
There are women that are against it.
I'm not against it. Yeah, but I mean, I'm
This is
restricted.
news. This is something new.
I'm restricted. Yeah.
on.
What I was gonna say.
Speak freely.
No, I was gonna say sometimes it's not the lenter. It's not the lenter.
Okay,
His
yeah,
body, but how he uses his tongue. Yeah. So no. So some people. I mean, some men can satisfy full thing. Sometimes it's nice to get a little licky. You know. Just saying. Like, but it's not. If the man doesn't do it, it's not gonna be the be all and end all. You know. But at the same time, I think that when it comes to oral sex, and it's not anybody and anybody, you can do these things. It's about
I'm
people.
trying to whisper.
It's people.
Ask her if it's a two-way street.
It should be. That's
I'm
what I was
getting it,
about
I'm
to
getting it, I'm getting
say.
it. Don't worry,
That is
getting it.
exactly what I was
I'm
going to say.
getting
It would be nice if, like, because plenty of men want the woman to go down on them.
Standard.
But if a woman was to turn around and say, "Get eaten,"
It's different.
it's
though.
a problem. Why is it different,
Because
bro?
one's external, one's internal.
Yeah, you can say that all day long, blood.
It's true.
All day
It's
long,
true.
blood. But you know,
It's true.
it's still gotta go down. You can go down,
It's very
babe.
All right. So, have you been in some? I'm getting to your question. Have you been in a situation where you've had a partner who refused,
Oh yeah.
and what was the outcome of that?
Well, we had a very good relationship, and thank God that we had a very respectful relationship. It was
Okay.
a good relationship, and it wasn't a problem.
So there were no changes made in terms of that.
Nah, but I've had a guy say don't do it and do it.
Okay. fair
So
enough.
you know,
Okay, cool.
at the end of the day, and turn around and say I'm the one. You know what I mean? But I don't see no ring on my finger, and you know. But I know it tasted good because he came back again and again and again. Yeah, I just think that, and I mean, on the documentary, plenty of females said that at the end of the day, there's men that they want to have women giving them oral, but when it comes down to doing it the other way, it's a problem. So, you know, these things happen. But me, I
Okay.
just think each man to their own.
So, what do you feel about females that indulge in the act of oral activities for their partner, the male? I'm trying to be as polite and as
You mean
radio.
I know as radio
Yeah, I know.
as you can. So
Role reversal, basically. I do. Let me say, I do notice the tongue ring, but go on. Anyway, so role
yeah,
reversal.
I get that all the time. So I got my tongue bar when I was 30, and before I always said that I'm not interested in tongue bars, tattoos, and all of that. But I done a tattoo when I was about
Oh, you pointed to your head.
Tattoo. When I was late 20s and I done my tongue bar at the age of 30, nobody in my circuit thought that I would do that. But it was something for me. And I felt
for you
for me
or for him?
For me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I never even thought about no guy. I thought about a guy afterwards.
Okay.
But I thought about me, and I felt liberated to do it. But anywhere I go, like when I go Caribbean, and they see me with a tongue bar, they're like, "Stick out your tongue," and I stick out my tongue, and they go. and I never done it for that. I never done it for that.
But out there, loads of people anyway.
In the Caribbean,
there's
some people that do, but you tend to find, depending, especially if they're in country. You know what I mean?
Or shades.
Shades. We got stories for days. Anyway, we're not going to say that. We're not going to say that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Anything else that you should let people listening know about this documentary?
The trailer is out, so you can watch the trailer at badtelly.com. Just head straight to badtelly.com and you'll get a bit more information about it as well.
And on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram.
Everything.
Yeah.
And it's something that you should go and watch. Actually watch the trailer, but the trailer only tells you so much. And it's something that when it does come out, I would say to you, go and get your ticket and come down and watch the show. Reason being, come down with some friends. Yeah, have a night out. Did you watch the documentary Good Hair with Chris Rock?
No.
It's got that.
Like
It's not that, but it's a bit like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In regards of style.
Okay.
But in regards of having a laugh and having a discussion.
So wait, so this is going to be, the premiere is going to be open to the public to buy tickets and come down to?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Wicked.
It will be, and also I'd like to add that it will be a stroke comedy event as well. It's not just a straightforward screening.
Yeah, there's so much different layers to it. The event.
Yeah.
So live comedy.
Kat the comedian is going to be hosting and busting some jokes. We're going to have a little Q&A session as well.
Discussions.
After.
And a little networking. Who knows? Somebody could get signed up.
Do we
but
have
I
a
guarantee
venue?
you a big night for banter. We've got a few potential. We're just exploring that, and
everything will be finalised,
definitely.
and we'll definitely pass over the details to you guys.
Okay.
On Top Radio.
In it. All right, listen. Wrap it up now, but thank you very much for joining me.
No problem.
Lukan, we love you. We love you. You're one of the best on Top Radio.
Oh, no, wait, let me stop that. When you say one of, okay, did you mean the best?
The best. I meant the.